Let's talk about Leroy Sane. He was absolutely excellent for Bayern in their 8-0 demolition of Schalke last weekend when the Bundesliga kicked their campaign off. Mark Ogden, do you think he could be even better at Bayern than he was when he was fit at Manchester City?
Yeah, I think Sane is a fantastic talent, and City were sad to lose him because he's a player they identified as a youngster at Schalke, and they thought they could have him for the next 10 years. I think people at City saw in Sane a young Gareth Bale. You know, he had such power and pace and goals down the left-hand side. So, you know, he's got to Bayern Munich now, and I think you could argue the Bundesliga isn't quite as strong in depth-wise as the Premier League. So I think Sane will certainly, like he did with Schalke, just pick off the weaker opponents and be devastating for Bayern.
Do you think Manchester City have replaced him properly?
No, we'll wait and see what Ferran Torres looks like once he's settled in. But I think it's impossible to replace Leroy Sane with a like-for-like player. Now, obviously, he missed last season, virtually all of last season, with a cruciate ligament injury. But he seems to have come back pretty well from that at Bayern Munich, and I think he will go on to be one of the top stars in the game at Bayern. And, you know, he's played for Germany's biggest and best club, a club that will dominate the Champions League as well for years to come. And I think Sane is one of these players that will really stand out. So I think for the next 5 or 6 years, we'll see that Leroy Sane is one of the best players in the world.
Even without him, because of his injury, do you think they missed his width and his pace last season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, City finished a long way behind Liverpool in the end. And I don't think Sane would have made an 18, 19-point gap up. But like I say, he was so fast and he would play so wide that he would destroy some teams when he had the ability. But I think I got the impression from people at City that Sane and Pep Guardiola didn't quite see eye to eye towards the end. I think Pep wanted a bit more from Sane. Sane felt that Pep was a bit too hard on him at times, and you know, Pep is a very demanding character. And I think Sane is one of those players who needs to play with a bit more freedom, which he'll get at Bayern Munich. So I think this move will take him to another level, and the fact he's playing for the best team in the Bundesliga will only make it easy because he's not having to compete against the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea and Man United and Tottenham every week. He's got basically Borussia Dortmund and Leipzig, and that's it. So I think in Germany, he'll be like a kid in the playground. He'll be tearing through defences every week.
Yeah, 2 assists and a goal showed that. But just focusing on Man City at the moment without him, and from what we saw in that opening game, they looked positively sprightly, Mark. You know, we've seen other teams perhaps a little bit tired because we have had all those games played post-pandemic. But it was a great start from Pep's men, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, to win 2-0 at Wolves on the opening weekend of the season is a great result because, you know, like you referred to other teams, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was saying that Man United need 4 or 5 games to catch up. Well, they've had the same rest period as Man City, and City were flying. So that shows you how well managed City are, how well coached they are, what great players they have. And I don't see any problems with City. I think that City will be a lot closer to Liverpool this season. And, you know, they've made a good start, and I see them carrying that on.
Yeah, so far, so good. The signs are that we are going to have a more competitive title race this season in the Premier League, but it will be without, of course, Leroy Sane.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.